think a lot of it just kind of boils down to what every little kid does. I had two older sisters, both of whom were really good at sport. My middle sister, Andre, was phenomenal at basketball. So how I found sport was how every other kid typically finds sport. It was just playing in the background or playing in the neighborhood, and you come home and you just can't wait. I moved a bunch as a kid, and because I moved so much as a kid, the one constant and consistent that I had was sport. So no matter where we were at, no matter where we moved, no matter where we located, there was this common denominator that was sport. Right. As an athlete, it was really my identity was pretty laced in being an athlete. My self worth, my my value, that kind of intrinsic personhood was totally wrapped up in being an athlete. If I was a successful football player, if I was a successful wrestler, if I was a successful track and field athlete, then I was successful as a person. Obviously, pathologically, I didn't understand that at that age. In reflection, I get that that's how I conceived it. But as an athlete, I really kind of hinged on that physical domain of sport. That sport presented the opportunity for me to prove myself physically and to prove myself athletically and to kind of use achievement as this chance to substantiate myself, my personhood, my identity, my work. Um, and that was something that was obviously pretty critical for me and definitely intoxicating. Vince Lombardi says it best that any man's greatest hour is that hour in which he lies on the field of battle exhausted for the cause of victory. And obviously, in that, finds himself victorious. I truly believe that about myself as an athlete. That sense of joy, the euphoria, um, the achievement of being superior over others, of having a dominant performance, of pushing yourself physically to achieve, uh, that was the huge piece of joy in that. So in coaching, I took that exact sense of joy and did everything I could to push my athletes to have that joy, to replicate that euphoria, to replicate that sense of achievement and excellence. You get into the living room and you recruit these kids and you tell them that you are invested in them as a whole person and that you care about them as a whole person. And it's not about winning, that it is about their degree and it is about their development, and it is about their growth. But at the end of the day, it's really about winning. And that pulls out of you this piece of yourself that you've got to wrestle with, and you've got to look at it, and you've got to say, is this really who I want to be? And the answer is no. Then the next question is, well, how do I go about coaching in a way where I can ensure that this push to win, this desire to win, this pursuit of excellence and victory doesn't corrupt and infect the way I treat my athletes? And the answer to that I don't know. In this environment, I don't know how you go about it and not have that impact things. And that's literally the science that we're dedicating our lives to right now at the University of Missouri with the University of Missouri Sports Psychology for the Athletic Department and the University of Missouri Positive Coaching Institute. We're trying to literally understand that science and study that science where we push for optimal performance, but also invest in the personhood of the athlete, where performance doesn't state something about them as a person. That's a massive movement within sports psych. We get it. We understand that there's a piece of the athlete that needs to have their well-being intact in order for them to perform well. It just makes sense that an athlete who is positive and happy and experiencing positive emotions in their sport probably is going to produce positive experiences and outcomes within their sport. It seems really, really simple, um, just kind of as a principle. In practice, it becomes quite a bit more murky in the sense of trying to balance the pursuit of victory, excellence, and achievement with this other domain of personhood and well-being, and again investing in them personally.